What's up guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're enjoying my channel. If you are, please be sure to give me that thumbs up and subscribe so you never miss a video with me again. Breaking down the keratin treatment. I'm going to give you everything you need to know, all the misconceptions. If you are thinking about getting a keratin treatment, or you don't know what it is, but you've heard a lot of things about it, I'm going to be covering all of that today. Okay, so first off, a keratin treatment is constantly being mistaken for a chemical straightening. So a lot of times people think like, oh my god, it's just gonna straighten my hair, I'm not gonna have curl, I'm not gonna have, you know, body, anything, whatever. No. It is not a chemical straightener. It is not just for coarse curly hair. It's not only for ethnic hair. It's not for any of that. It can be, or there's other more intense treatments for that, but all a keratin treatment is it's a chemical process that smooths and shines the hair. Smooth and shine. That's all it does. So if you want your hair to be super smooth and super shiny, heck yeah, this is for you. Keratin treatments are for all hair types, any kind of hair, any hair length, short, long, in between, straight, curly, wavy, frizzy, anything, honestly. Keratin treatments can be used for like a color hold treatment. They can obviously be used mostly to smooth your hair if you suffer a lot with frizz or you have, you know, a coarser texture. It takes you forever to blow dry your hair. There's just so many benefits to a keratin treatment. Now, a lot of people don't even really know what keratin is. Keratin is the key structural material in your hair and your nails. So that's why you see the hair, skin, and nail vitamins kind of grouped together. It's what keeps your hair nice and strong. So now the reason that keratin treatments were originally marketed as, you know, this crazy straightening, smoothing system is because naturally curly, coarse, frizzy hair is a little bit lacking in that keratin protein, just naturally lacking in that protein, which, you know, there's nothing you can really do about it besides, you know, getting a treatment. Years and years ago, before we had these treatments, there wasn't much you could do. You just kind of had to suffer with it. You kind of had to just kind of embrace what you had, and, you know, you still want to embrace what you have, but if you get a treatment, it'll just make it so much more manageable for you, which is really the only reason to do one, just to make it more manageable and, you know, to make it just, you know, make you feel good about your hair again, which is something that I think we all kind of want. So with the keratin treatment, yes, it is a chemical treatment. It absolutely is a chemical treatment. A lot of people get nervous about the formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is a gas that's created from the chemicals in the treatment. A lot of people think they actually literally just put formaldehyde. No, formaldehyde is a gas. So whatever the ingredients are in the treatment, there's all different brands. So whatever each brand uses, sometimes, yes, the ingredients do make that gas that is released as you're doing the process of the treatment in the salon. A lot of brands nowadays, though, they are making some that are 100% formaldehyde free, or they still have a touch in there, but it's way underneath the OSHA standards. But the harsh reality is, in order for the keratin treatment to actually work and to last, you do need some of that. You do. I'm not gonna lie to you, you do. And it's the only way to make the treatment work and to make it last. So, with that being said, a lot of people think that it's gonna damage your hair. It is not going to damage your hair. I can promise you that. If your stylist knows what they're doing, follows all the steps properly, applies it, everything. If your hairstylist knows what they're doing, I can 1000% promise you, you're not gonna get any damage from that keratin treatment. Keratin treatments are meant to nourish the crap out of your hair. They are literally meant for that keratin protein and a lot of other natural proteins to dive into that hair follicle and inject all the porous areas, so where the frizz is, where the curls are, it injects those porous areas with that keratin protein. And the keratin, it's essential for your hair, which I feel like a lot of people don't really know that. Your hair is gonna appear healthier because it's actually healthier. It is. It's gonna be way healthier after, I promise. So yeah, the general misconceptions are that it straightens your hair completely. It's like a Japanese or like a Brazilian straightening. It is not that. And that it damages your hair. It does not damage your hair. As I said before, you know, you need those chemicals to actually activate and have the treatment work and last for you. You can have a 100% formaldehyde-free treatment nowadays. They are coming out with a lot of different ones, but they're not gonna last as long and your hair is not going to be as nice. That's just the harsh reality. But as I said, they're able to engineer them with such low amounts of that chemical and such, they're way under the OSHA standards that it's honestly something you really don't need to worry about, especially if you're pregnant or, you're just concerned overall. It's totally safe. Totally, totally safe. I've done them on pregnant people before. Their babies have come out just fine. And like I said, there is that option to have 100% formaldehyde free, but it's just not going to be the same. So that is something you need to keep in mind if you do decide to go with that route, which is totally fine. Everyone's different, everyone's body's different, everyone's mind is different. That's fine. But just know that, going in, if you want to do some research on your own, just know that going in, it's not going to be the same as a traditional keratin treatment. Now, the benefits, all the benefits of the keratin treatment. Your hair is going to be so shiny. Your color is going to hold. Your color is going to lock in there because it's going to have all those nutrients that it was lacking for so long, which could in turn result in your color fading a little bit faster. You have to go in, a week or two early for that root retouch. It's gonna help it last way longer, which is awesome. Your curls, if you're a curly haired gal, your curls are still gonna hang in there. They're just gonna be softened. Now, what's awesome about the keratin treatments nowadays, as opposed to like 10, 15 years ago, is that everything is so much more customizable. Since it is a heat activated system, when you're in the chair and your stylist is doing the treatment on you, the amount of passes they do with the flat iron will more often than not determine how much curl reduction you're going to get. I say it's more customizable because if you're someone that's super duper curly in the back here in the nape of your neck, or like one side is curlier than the other and you want to even it out, you do more passes with the flat iron on the curlier side, and then there you go. You're good to go. Or vice versa, if you are someone who just wants to keep their curl completely, you only do a couple passes with the flat iron, so these are things that you tell your stylist to do. And your stylist, like I said, if they know what they're doing and they've done a ton of these treatments before and they've had success with them, then they will ask you the right questions in that consultation, and they will ask you, how much curl you want to keep and all that. And then, they'll go into the back room, they'll figure out a good formula for you, they'll take care of you. That's definitely something that I always go over a lot with, my clients, is what exactly do you want to see in your hair with this treatment? What do you want this treatment to do? So a lot of it, yes, it's up to the stylist, but there's a lot online nowadays. You can totally do your own research, take it with a grain of salt, but that's also kind of why I wanted to do this video too, is just to have a stylist view on everything. I saw a couple articles as I was doing my own research just to make sure I had everything correct. I don't want to give you any wrong information. So I was doing, some just general like definition searches, so I can make sure I'm using the right terminology. But, these like Allure magazine or, like all these big magazines, and they're telling you all these crazy things about keratin treatments that like really aren't that true. So that's another reason why I wanted to do this video. So now, as I said, there's a ton of different brands out there. There's Brazilian Blowout, there's Suzanne, there's Keratherapy, there's Keratin Complex. Me, myself, personally, I am certified in Keratherapy. I'm certified in Brazilian Blowout. I worked with Keratin Complex before. I worked with the Bio-Ionic straightening system. That's an actual hair straightener, but just another treatment that I've worked with before. And what else did I work with? There's a Peter Coppola one that I've worked with. I've worked with quite a few different ones. But as far as maintenance goes, all those big name brands, they want you to buy their matching shampoos and conditioners and products. Definitely think about it. you know, you're getting this, you know, expensive treatment done, you're spending your money on it, you know, I don't think it would hurt for you to use their exact products. Although, you totally don't have to if you don't want to. The only thing is, everything you use at home from the day you get that treatment on has to be sulfate free. That is the only way it will last as long as it's said to, and that's the only way that it will really, really hang on in your hair, and you know, you're not gonna see it fade out in a few weeks or so. So if you get this expensive treatment done and then you go home and use Pantene, you just wasted $200, 200 plus, you know, however much. You know, you just wasted all that money. And I mean, you wasted the stylist's time at the end of the day, because they're spending 2, 3, 4 hours probably doing this extensive treatment to make your hair awesome. And you go home and you're using Pantene or Tresemme and you're just completely undoing everything you just spent your money on and everything that the stylist just did for you. You can totally, you know, if you get a Brazilian blowout, you can totally buy their products. Their products are awesome. If you get a Keratin one, you could totally buy the Keratin. It's, you know, totally, if you want to use those and that's, you know, going to make you feel awesome, you know, feel good about your treatment, totally go and use them. But as long as whatever you're using is sulfate free, you're in the clear. Your treatment's going to last. Your hair is going to stay nice. But yeah, just don't go home and use Pantene, because we don't want that. Some more of the added benefits are your hair is going to be so much more manageable if you have, you know, thick, coarse hair, or your hair is just naturally dry, you're really suffering from a lot of frizz. It's going to be so much more manageable. It's going to take you way less time to do in the morning before work, or, you know, in your daily routine. Your blow dry time will absolutely be cut in half. Sometimes you might not even need to blow dry it. You might just want to air dry it, because it's just going to dry so nice. Your hair is going to be protected against humidity. So say you're going away on a cruise, you know, for like 2 weeks, and you're like in the middle of August and you know the humidity is going to be crazy. You're down in, you know, the Caribbean, the humidity is going to be crazy. You can totally get a treatment done like 2 days, 3 days, maybe a week before that trip. You're not going to have to worry about a thing. So a lot of clients will come in and get these treatments done maybe seasonally or just for the summer, just to help out a little bit. But you are going to have that humidity protection, and your blow dry time will be cut in half, which is awesome. As I said before, the shine in your hair is going to be incredible. The frizz, can't make words. Your frizz is going to be significantly gone, if not completely gone. And your curl is going to be nice and soft. You're still going to have a curl. That's like the most important thing that I have to stress to people, is because they think that your curl is going to be completely gone. Your curl might be a little flatter at first, but as time goes on and your hair adjusts to having all that keratin in there and all those nice vital proteins in there, then it'll bounce back. So it might feel a little bit flat at first, but it will absolutely bounce back. And typically these treatments last 12 to 16 weeks. So 4 to 5 months usually. So that's an awesome amount of time for the money that you spend on it. So if you're worried that it's a little too expensive, or you know, you don't want to spend that money, but you really, really want one and you really feel like you need one for your hair, you know, it's going to last you that 4 to 5 months. It's not like, you know, you're going to have to go in for touch-ups all the time. It's very low maintenance. Again, if you're taking care of it with the right products at home, if you're using the sulfate-free, and if you're not washing every day. Okay, so I know that was a ton of information. So to sum everything up, keratin treatments are not straightening treatments. They are smoothing treatments, smoothing and shine treatments. They can also be used as color retention treatments if you have a hard time holding on to your color. But overall, they're going to make your hair more manageable. They're going to make it super duper soft, super shiny, reduce a lot of that frizz, make it way more manageable, and you're just going to walk out of the salon literally feeling like a supermodel. So if that sounds good to you, as I hope it does, then you might want to go ask your stylist about a keratin treatment, or hit me up, you know? But anyway, that's going to conclude this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I made sense. I know sometimes I kind of ramble, but anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.